Right now, let's look at the impact of load shedding. It said that load shedding could cost the sugar industry more than 700 million rand. Industry bodies are appealing to the government to urgently implement measures to help the sector. Our business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo takes a look.
South Africa's 18 billion rand sugar industry is losing some of its sweetness to load shedding. The South African Cane Growers Association is calling for the government to intervene.
That amount is calculated on the basis that over 1,000 sugarcane growers irrigate their crops with driven by Eskom power, and they're unable to do that effectively because of the load shedding. So there's a loss of crop due to poor growth, and in addition to that, because they're on a rural flex tariff, which would normally allow them to irrigate at low demand times at a reduced tariff, they're now no longer able to do that and have to irrigate whenever the electricity is available.
Meanwhile, the South African Farmers Development Association says small-scale farmers are hardest hit.
They're not able to irrigate enough to actually maximize the yields, yet they are paying for electricity costs as well. So this is just hitting them a double whammy. It's expensive to pay for electricity, but at least if you are irrigating properly, then the yields can offset that cost.
But Madlala argues that when it comes to the energy crisis, the industry should provide government with solutions, as it is clear that Eskom's challenges will not be resolved anytime soon.
We are saying, let us have our own sugar mills that will produce electricity that can be then fed back to irrigate the farmers' crops, because the sugar mill can actually generate its own electricity. So, which is some model we saw in India, and we believe that if we introduce that model for our small-scale farmers, then we bring mills closer to them, they can maximize the benefit of their cane stick.
Russell warns that the 700 million rand losses are based on lower levels of load shedding stages.
And that's based on the load shedding remaining in stages 4 and 5. That amount of 723 million rand is calculated to be significantly more if we move to a higher load shedding stages going forwards.
Annual sugar production has declined by nearly a quarter to 2.1 million tons per annum over the last 2 decades, with the number of sugarcane farmers down a staggering 60% during this period, according to industry bodies. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.